First of all, thank you for coming in. We're bringing to the close an operation that we did that was targeting traveling sex offenders, people that were going online looking for either a 14-year-old boy or a 14-year-old girl that they could come to an area and actually engage in some type of sex act with. Operation Sand Spider, as we come to call it, basically took place over about a 5 or 6 day period of time and essentially brought 11 arrests to the table. Now, when we look at the arrests, they are for a lot of different types of charges, but the majority of them are for the charges of traveling to have sex with a minor and the electronic communication that took part in that. Basically, our team did a sting where we were going out looking online for those individuals that were trying to find someone that would engage in sex with a minor. When you look at the board, which I know most of you have had a chance to look at, you'll see that we had people travel here as far away as Miami, coming from Orlando, different parts of the state. And it's pretty frightening when you look at some of the things that they were wanting to engage in, some of the things that they were coming here for the specific purpose of. But in the totality of it, each of them came here with the thought that once they arrived in Brevard County, they were going to be able to have sex with a 14-year-old girl or boy, depending on their preference that they had outlined in their communication. Our team did this through ICAC, the Internet Crimes Against Children organization that we're a part of. This was a team effort between all of the different agencies that you see on the board that participated in this. It was also a team effort with a lot of our community supporters, businesses from around the community that helped us set it up. Essentially what our team did was recognize the need to put on one of these operations. When we look at the amount of individuals that are out there that are willing to travel to an area to have sex with a child, it is horrific and frightening to us. And we see it constantly. Our team works in that environment every day dealing with the sexual predators, the individuals that are soliciting online for these kids. I don't know how they do it, to be quite honest with you. It's not the greatest of environments as you imagine to work in, but this was their idea. This was their operation they put together, and as you can see, it netted 11 arrests that, in my opinion, the things that these individuals were looking to do with a child is just horrific. And I want to congratulate our team, our business leaders that helped us set up the area where we were doing the takedown. They were actually coming here to go to a residence that they'd been given directions to. And obviously when they arrived, they didn't get to meet a 14-year-old. They got to meet members of our arrest team for it. So with that, I'll open the floor. Any questions that any of you may have?
What's your sense, Sheriff, of why Brevard and why they were looking for kids in this area?
I think these individuals are constantly looking for kids anywhere that they can go and harm. What's unique about this operation is that we set it up here where we could actually cast a net and get these individuals inside of it. These are individuals that when you look at the things they were talking about, that will obviously come out as the investigation continues, but when you look at what was happening, these are individuals that would have driven to North Dakota to do something like this if they thought they could pull it off. So being in close proximity to our area was just simply, that's where we set the operation up at. And as you can tell from the travel map, they were coming from different locations. We had one individual, probably the most troubling for what I've seen, an individual that not only came here himself to have sex with a 14-year-old, but an individual that brought a 17-year-old with him to engage in that sex act, an individual that had actually been using that same 17-year-old child to as bait for other kids, had actually been putting the individual out there so that other kids would come in and using it as a tool to bring others into his fold, if you will. Not only was that individual at risk, but we know there were two other individuals that this suspect had immediate contact with, immediate ability to harm. Our team was able to take the 17-year-old into a safe environment, make sure that that child is now on a road to recovery emotionally and physically. Also, we're able to get the other two kids out of that same harm's way. So this is an operation that we were able to get 3 kids out of harm's way. We were able to take 11 individuals off that their only mission in life was to hurt a kid.